all of those chips in vast numbers, so he can go about doing his business, man. Right? Chipping everybody.
2 Ezra 9:1, he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before.
Yep.
And part of measuring is looking at prophecy.
Yep.
Prophecy is the measuring stick on, when we're about to get out of here. So as we can already see uproar starting to brew up, sedition starting to brew up. So if you diligently measuring, you can see that the RFID microchip is about to be on the way.
Yep.
That comes with World War III, but that comes with the destruction of America.
Oh, plus when a woman is in labor, right? Her contractions is measured to see how close it is.
Right.
So these prophecies is just like that, man. It's just like the contractions to see how close we are to get up out of here, man, and to be saved.
Right.
Isn't it funny that babies come out crown first?
Yeah.
Baby comes out crown first. Not that you got the Yahusha, which is the head. And then you got the body, and the rest of the baby falls out that it's like that. It works like that. The head comes first, it crowns. So the head, because it's in the brain, they got to buckle the brain for it to come out of the thing. The brain got to be, that's why the baby's head is pushed. So it comes out head first and then the feet. You know what I'm saying? So all spiritual, even birth.
Yeah.
We can tie that into this truth. I mean,
It's all connected. Verse 2, 2 Ezra 9:2. Then shalt thou understand that it is this very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made.
Right? Now, the Lord, he's visiting the world which he made, man. By what, man? By hurricanes.
Yeah.
By judgment. So, Jake, you need to understand what's the hell is going on, man. Judgment is coming upon this earth, man. These riots, that's a part of Yahweh Shai's plan, man. Right? George Floyd, he had to be put to death, man. Why? To raise you up, man.
Yep. Yeah.
It says, Judah is the lion's whelp. From the prey, my son, thou art gone up. Who shall rouse him up? Go ahead.
It's Romans 11:7. It says, what then? Israel hath not obtained that which is seeking for, but the election have obtained it, and the rest were blinded.
See? So the only ones that's going to be roused up is the elect of the nation of Israel, right? The rest of you are going to die.
Right.
That's your judgment. Why? You didn't take heed. You didn't listen. You were being hard-headed. You were being niggas.
Oh man, let me get this one for you. This is Romans 10:3. For they, being ignorant of the Most High's righteousness and going about to establish their own righteousness, have not submitted themselves unto the righteousness of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai.
Now, this Black Lives Matter. Jake is establishing what? Their own righteousness. Instead of the righteousness of Yahweh and Yahushai.
Right.
Because Jake don't want correction. Jake don't want to actually have accountability for their actions. They want to do whatever the fuck they want and then go to church on Sunday and it's all good. But that's not the case, because when you come into the truth, you actually gotta have faith. You have to follow the laws to the best of your ability and discipline. You gotta control your flesh. That's too much for Jake, man.
I got one for you. Philippians 3:9. And be found in him, not having mine own righteousness, which is of the law, but which is through faith in Yahweh Shai Mashiach, the righteousness which is of Yahweh by faith.
Right.
See? So our righteousness is as filthy rags, man. We don't have it. Our righteousness is by Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, man.
Yep.
That's who we go by, man.
And it says through faith. It goes back to what Arah had read in Mark the 7th chapter, right? That they follow the traditions of men, man.
Yeah.
So they don't have that faith in Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. That's the reason why you see them bowing down 8 minutes, right? Yep. And pretty soon, like we were saying, when they gonna play a certain song, you gonna go to that beat, man. You gonna play to that beat. Okay, and that's the RFID chip.
Hey,
You know?
it tells you, what is that? Psalms, it tells you that they required of us a song.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? The songs of Babylon, they required us of a song. They said, how could we sing the Lord's song in a strange land?
Yeah, because even part of faith, because the brother mentioned earlier, you say, hey, when you say, hey, we don't even wear masks. It's part of faith, man. We have faith that the Lord gonna protect us against any pestilence, man. That's why you don't see us wearing it. Because when you wear a mask, guess what happens? You breathe out carbon monoxide out of your nose. You take in oxygen, you breathe out carbon monoxide. So what's gonna happen when you continually breathe those spores into those masks? You're gonna keep breathing in carbon monoxide, which is gonna give you upper respiratory failure. You already hear people talking about, "Oh, I wore that mask all day, honey, child. I had a headache."
Lightheaded.
Exactly.
Your body's
Most of
already
these people's
See?
immune system are compromised from
Exactly.
that already.
You're gassing yourself.
Yup. Y'all going off your own righteousness because you believing in the devil.
Right.
Yup.
And going back to the faith point, like in terms of deliverance, because Jake thinks a gun is going to deliver. We have faith that chariots is going to deliver us.
That's right.
Even though we don't see chariots on a daily, I can't call a chariot out of thin air, but we still have faith in that. Jake don't believe in things that they can't fathom or they can't actually see. And what does it say in faith?
It said faith is the substance of things believed and not seen.
Yeah, the
Evidence of things
For
it's not
evidence.
seen. So that's part of it, man. And then Yahweh try to say, bless who believe and not seen. So niggas is running the Sam's Club for toilet paper for deliverance. And we praying for Yahweh Bashem Yahshua to give us deliverance, man. That's the real faith. Niggas going to the gun shop to load up on bullets. We getting deeper in the scriptures, man. We in the spirit of rejoicing, actually, man.
You're hunkering down.
Right.
You're hunkering in now. When you feel like you're in something, you just hunker down. That's when you really are setting a basic. If you have a foundation, and you set into your foundation, you just make the foundation even stronger. You know, like sumo wrestling. A lot of sumo wrestlers do that. You know what I'm saying? When they hit that, they put themselves lower to the ground, which means they hunkering, which means they're more stronger in that foundation. They got a foundation already, you're standing, but if you hunker into it, that means you're getting deeper into that foundation. So we are hunkering down in the spirit.
That's what they say, like a foundation. They said, like, if you look at concrete, they said over 30, 40 course years, that's when it gets solids. Over a year, concrete. As time goes, yeah, it gets harder, bro. It takes a while to endure your foundation. Because, like, hey, cement, this shit don't dry overnight.
Now, the brother said, he mentioned the chariots, right? This is 2 Kings 6 and 16. And he answered, fear not. But you had it?
No, you got it.
Oh, okay. He said, he answered, fear not, for they that be with us are more than they that be with them.
Right.
And Elisha prayed and said, Yahweh, I pray thee, open his eyes that he may see. And Yahweh opened the eyes of the young man, and he saw, and behold, the mountain was full of horses and chariots of fire round about Elisha.
Right. Because the Lord is not going to leave his men defenseless, man. You know what I'm saying? Because what does it say, Sirach 2? Who had trusted in him and been confounded, man.
Right.
The Lord ain't. It's not the time for us to be, cast out. Even though some of us gonna get persecuted, it's not the time for us to get beaten down no more. It's time for us to get glorified. Lord willing, we be the elect, man. It's time for us to get the spiritual powers. It's time for us to get the chariots. It's time for us to do these miracles that the scriptures have been speaking of.
And Yahushua always thinks about it. Yahushua was always trying to get his men to get into that power.
Yeah.
He told Peter, come on. When did Peter slip? He said, your faith.
Right.
When we walk
He
on
always
water,
got mad at him for what? He lacked of faith. He said, and he told him before he left.
He said, how much longer I gotta suffer you, bro?
Look, y'all gonna do. He was telling us, establishing us, and trying to sow something in us. You gonna do what I do, and greater.
It was in them. They just had to believe.
That's the type of love our Lord has, man. He said, man, he didn't want to just shine by himself. He said, what I do,
Right.
y'all are gonna do more and great. Or is he a liar?
Nope.
So that's what a brother made a video about faith. He said faith of a mustard seed. Our faith ain't even on that, man.
Ain't no level. No
Ain't on the level, man. That's why the Lord has to do certain things to strengthen your faith. And it's a different walk.
Yeah.
Like a brother said something so beautiful. He said, you pray for more faith, and then you want to act when you catch hell. Then you want to say, man, what's going on, Lord? Did you not pray for more faith?